What's up, weirdos? Asmongold put out a video called Kris Tyson Ruined His Life. I believe he's actually reacting to a video by WestJett called Kris Tyson Has Completely Lost Everything. Yep. For those that don't know, Kris Tyson is one of the guys that was a part of Mr. Beast's crew. He hung around with Mr. Beast and then decided to become a woman. And also, if I remember right, had what's the word? Like a PDF file style art hanging on his wall. Anyways, not great things happening with Kris Tyson. But let's dive into it. Enough of my yapping. Let's hear what Asmon and WestJett have to say.
Kris Tyson has lost everything. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Remember Kris Tyson?
Oh yeah.
This is a crazy
Teddy
period of
Grizz
time.
remembers.
Massive day for the unemployed. Whatever happened to Kris Tyson? Since the whole Shadman debacle, it's been pretty much radio.
Wasn't Shadman like a pedo lolly artist or something?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like, if I'm wrong about that, I apologize. But that's just what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh.
He had art from Shadman up on his wall.
Oh. Not good, huh?
No, not good at all.
Silent. Until in late 2025, Neon apparently saw Kris working in a movie theater.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Hi!
You don't play for Mr. Beast?
No, that's not Mr. Beast.
That's him.
No way, that's actually...
No way, for real?
Which brings us to our question. Whatever happened to
That
Kris?
was not a very good...
Who knows
Kris
that's actually
Tyson.
who it
Why
is?
Kris Tyson?
Yeah, that was not a very good video. It's very hard to see who that actually was. I'm not convinced that was Kris Tyson.
Will soon be a nightmare for Mr. Beast, and the response was overwhelmingly negative.
Absolute psychopathic behavior, bro. Have some shame and decency before you fucking put out a video like this.
Sunny V2 was vindicated. I think he
He was right all along.
Man, I haven't seen anything from Sunny V2 in a while. Is Sunny V2 still out there making videos? Whatever happened to Sunny V2? He was making some great videos. Oh my gosh, but you know, anything that gets us upset. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be so negative towards Hasan. It's a flaw of mine. I'm working on it.
He was.
Oh yeah.
Did make these bizarre jokes about Jimmy being female, making him incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh my god, Jimmy, look, they drew you. Jimmy, they drew you so well.
Brother,
That's just the tip of the iceberg for Kris Tyson.
I started.
Kris needs to figure out how to do his makeup. Look at that. Oh my god, the color on his face is totally different than the rest of his body. Is he trying to be Trump? Got the orange face. He's going for orange skin. Trump has started a new fashion trend, everybody. The orange skin.
Started taking HRT, and like I was amazed. Like after 2-3 weeks, I just started having a mental clarity.
Clarity so powerful it transferred to Chris's kid. Mad weird.
Instead of focusing on why Sunny made the video,
that's
people
really weird.
focused on...
That's really weird. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, as the saying goes, there are no trans kids, just kids that have been abused and groomed. Yeah, Kris needs to not have custody of his kids.
his comments about Kris's personal choices.
I feel like the implication of that sentence is go back. Actually, don't explore what makes you happy. Don't do what you want to do.
The thing is that people like Ludwig and Hasan are never going to they're never going to acknowledge that a huge percentage of the population are uncomfortable with trans people.
That's true.
They're never going to acknowledge this because it's not financially beneficial.
Yep.
And to Ludwig's credit, he doesn't talk about any political shit at all now, right? So it's not like he's trying to play both sides anymore. He just tries to not be part of the game, which is respectable. But back then he did, and he got a lot of hate for it, which was, I think, deserved. Because you can't play both sides of this game and be like, oh, I'm not political, but I always have all the right opinions, right? Like, that's fucking cringe as shit.
Right.
So, the truth is, like, a lot of people don't like the
There's a lot about Ludwig that's super cringe, let's be honest.
trans shit. They don't. You can be okay with it. That's fine. But you got to understand that, like, if you have a global, especially global audience, right? That's a different situation. It is. It's a totally different situation.
I still remember when someone said this dude would hide a bite in a zombie apocalypse, and it still rings true to today. This is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare, he's my friend. Things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off.
Extremely transphobic and disgusting.
People were pushing this transphobia thing on Sunny V2 very hard back in the day. That doesn't change the fact.
Well, the thing is that, like, if...
Dang. Chris, is that Chris's wife? Nice. Good job, Chris. She's pretty.
Being like saying somebody's transphobic doesn't mean that they're wrong. Like if enough, like you could say, like for example, you can say the Middle East is homophobic, but if you want to release Brokeback Mountain in Saudi Arabia, you're not going to have a good opening box night. Right?
You might be surprised, Asmon. I think there's a lot more homosexuals hiding out in the Middle East that, you know, they don't want it. I guess it depends on how private the showing is.
Right? I mean, that's it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you could call people names and words all you want, but it's not going to rewrite reality.
That back then, Chris destroyed his marriage for this.
Wasn't one of our 52 genders.
There's also this YouTube channel people are speculating is Kris Tyson, which says this isn't a real account to Ava Kris Tyson.
Who knows?
It's weird for an account that is not Kris Tyson posting about, you know, Chris's son.
We're trans girls. We be yapping.
Yo, trans girls be yapping?
That's not a trans girl thing.
What the f? And then
I feel sorry for Kris Tyson. I feel sorry for this person. He needs some help, like mental help. Something, I don't know what it is that got to him, but this is...
Chris went to hang out with like Boblax or something. I didn't even realize Chris...
There's only so much I can say.
Retard that made videos talking and complaining about me? That's a fat retard that was talking shit about me, wasn't it? There's a lot of them, so it's hard to keep track of all of them, but I think he's one of them.
Hey, don't wrap him up with the rest of us fat retards, okay?
Yeah, and now,
don't
that's
lump
right.
us all
'Cause
together.
He was complaining that people that like, so that's right. So he was mad that people didn't make videos making fun of me, and then I said that if he did one, I would watch it on my stream, and then he never did. And then I said I was going to watch a hate video about him that was 40 minutes long, but I was busy and I didn't have time. I never watched it. I got to watch it one of these days. We're going to have to watch that. It was an internet.
Dude, Asmon is so petty. He holds on to this stuff for so long. Dude, oh my gosh, the pettiest.
Anarchist video, I believe. We're going to watch that. He's a fat retard,
Asmon.
by the way.
Yeah.
Something happened at VidCon and Vobox went crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. You turn into a fat retard.
Said this, but this is more dog whistling that somehow trans and GNC folks aren't safe around kids. Tucker begs me to come back when I leave for like 2 days to film. He is so loved and happy. I still think putting your male child in heels is abusive, though. I mean, this...
Yeah, absolutely
I think
it is.
A kid like that in heels...
It may actually be that the kid did it on their own, or the kid wanted to do it, but it's because sons are going to take after their fathers, right? They're going to watch what their fathers do and try to do as they do. And Chris is putting on heels. Chris is dressing as a woman and thinking that he is a woman. And so, yeah, his kid is going to try to emulate that because sons want to be like their fathers. At least when they're really young, they do, when they haven't had a chance to think it through and realize how messed up in the brain pan the kid's father is.
It's the kind of thing that if this is the only point on the graph, I'm not going to try to draw a line with it. But it's like the other stuff, like it's just, you know what I mean? It's weird. right?
It is
If
weird.
that was the only thing that somebody ever did that was weird, nobody would even worry about it. It's the other stuff and the trend.
Case is so cut and dry today, but I still remember it was a good week before people like Ludwig and even Critical said anything about Chris or Ava Kris Tyson, if you will.
Because people are afraid of going against the manufactured consensus that everybody's on board with people being trans. That's why a lot of big creators don't want to say it. You think about how much hate I get for saying what I say. Most people don't want to step into that. And I respect that, by the way.
That's fair.
Like,
yeah, I mean, they don't want to step into it. They don't want to have their opinions out there. That's understandable. I mean, heck, I'm hiding behind a VTubing avatar. Maybe at some point, if my life situation changes to where I feel that I don't need the anonymity of the avatar anymore, maybe I'll show my face and put myself out there more in a more vulnerable way. But like, I get it. I get people not wanting to go against the hive mind. I don't think that that's good, but I understand it.
the only thing I don't respect is people that want to have political opinions, but they don't want to actually like be held accountable for them.
Oh yeah.
So like,
absolutely.
Whenever like Ludwig was like doing these videos, and then like he would be like trying to always have the PC opinion on things, like or Pokimane doing this. Like I always hated the way that people would act that way. I really didn't like that. But like if you just simply don't want to get involved in social issues, that's fine. But like if you do only whenever it's like a general consensus thing, I think it's like super cringe.
Absolutely, it's
Only
cringe.
get worse.
And like very obviously that you're saying it essentially for PR, for to look good to the crowd, and not actually trying to further anything or put out any real opinions of your own.
As more evidence of Ava talking inappropriately with minors came out, which
Oh boy.
That's bad. That's really bad. I didn't... What?
Get worse as more evidence of Ava talking inappropriately with minors came out, which turned some people's attention away from Ava and towards Mr. Beast. The controversy was massive.
What is Unky been posting now?
Saying that her past tweets and actions were just edgy jokes and that she had decided to step away from the Mr. Beast company for good.
You don't make edgy jokes to kids. You don't. Mr. Beast has a huge kid fan base. His channel is geared very specifically towards children. Although I doubt he ends up being one of the people that checks the box saying that his stuff is for kids, because then he'd have much less ad revenue. But point being, his stuff is obviously geared towards children. He has a huge kid fan base. You're employing your friend who is having these quote unquote edgy jokes. They're inappropriate jokes to be telling to kids. Like, this is so easy to know. Like, you shouldn't need to be, the fact that you need someone to explain that to you, or you didn't realize that you shouldn't be telling like sexual jokes to children, is part of the reason why you shouldn't have been involved in the Mr. Beast thing at all. It's more proof of your mental decline.
And then I remember Mr. Beast hired independent investigators to look at his
Oh my god, I forgot all about
I remember
this.
that.
Holy.
Oh.
Damn. Why are you propagating rage over old drama instead of addressing a new James Charles accusations? Do you actually care about protecting children? There's new James Charles accusations? What is this here? I'm gonna pull you up. You getting pulled up in the middle of a video.
Getting pulled up. Dude, people can talk about multiple things. Talking about this doesn't mean he's ignoring or not talking about something else. Like, this whole why are you talking about this instead of that thing is really dumb. I think it's really stupid. I see it all the time. I'm not sure where that people think that has some sort of valid logic.
The shark thing is funny. So you've come into my chat on a regular basis and you've cried around like a little bitch.
Yep.
I know what you're doing. You're being sarcastic and weird. I know what you're doing. It's obvious. You're getting banned.
Oh.
You're getting banned for this.
Ban him.
Why do you do this?
Ban him, Asmon. Get him.
I mean, you've been coming into chat for a bit, right?
Yeah, that guy's been there for a while.
Let's go treat the same energy for Pirate. Like, this is always somebody, always fighting, always arguing. Is it Destiny? Destiny? I don't think Destiny is a banned word, is it? I don't know. So this is you don't like what I'm saying politically. What are you upset about? I don't know how you didn't get banned, honestly. We gotta get the mods on point and get these people out of chat. Don't tell me you've been coming in here chirping and now you get pulled up and you don't have anything to say. Don't tell me that you did that. Don't tell me you're doing this again, are you? You're not weaseling out of explaining yourself, are you?
Absolutely.
Because that'd be weird if you were.
Yep, there's nothing new.
That's so weird.
It's so weird. Some people just want to come in and cause trouble, and I don't. It's something. It's a urge that I've never really had myself. So I don't really understand that desire to go in and just try to mess with. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point.
That's wow.
I'm just gonna continue sipping my delicious coffee.
Has anyone responded back today? No, actually. Like, no, there was that one guy that was like, he was normal, right? He was all right. But like, damn, man, like it's always weird whenever these people will do this, isn't it? It's so weird whenever they will do this. They always have something to say, but they never want to say it.
Company, and they apparently found no wrongdoing.
And the results of this investigation alleged that there was nothing wrong happening at the company.
Here's a funny thing about third-party private investigations. They do not have the power of discovery. So that means that if somebody doesn't produce the data and the information to the company, then the company and the investigator can't make a decision based off of that.
Right.
So
That's
every
fair.
third-party investigation, like, it's better to have one than...
The third-party investigation requires actual compliance with the people that they're investigating in order for it to be meaningful at all. So, yeah, all it takes is someone saying, nope, I'm not gonna give you my phone records or whatever, and there's not much they can do. They can't just base anything off of it.
Not. But I wouldn't look at it as a case open and closed situation. I would not.
Right.
Because people present...
It was definitely a good move on Mr. Beast's PR to get the investigation. Like, it was a wise business move.
And people volunteer evidence rather than evidence being surrendered.
Right.
Concept of investigating yourself to me sounds flawed, but I digress.
Which got Mr. Beast a ton of backlash for obvious reasons.
No way! The guys you paid found you innocent.
While Mr. Beast did remove Ava from his channel once the controversy went public, many people started believing that Mr. Beast would do anything to protect his own image. Which he did.
To be honest, I didn't really think too much of it because we just had like a lot of anime posters and things up, and it was an animated character.
In my opinion, this was one of the most damn...
Wait a minute. I didn't think much of it. We had a bunch of anime pictures up, anime characters. And then the beginning of the video, you brought up Shadman.
Yeah, he was talking about the Shadman poster of the child.
Am I putting two on top of two here?
Yep.
Things about the whole Mr. Beast case. They had this freaky poster in their room, and Mr. Beast himself was even looking at it. Now I'm questioning my own eyes because some people are saying this is not Chris.
Why is he?
Elf was even looking.
I don't think that. I mean, it doesn't. That doesn't
look like a kid.
This is like super hard to see. Like, I don't think
Was it not a child image? Was it just that Shadman creates lolly content and also creates other content, and so the fact that he had something from Shadman means that he was like supporting someone that Honestly, that's not as damning.
Is anything wrong with having a poster like that on? Like, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look like a kid.
I mean, I see morally wrong things with having a poster like that on. That is not appropriate.
I mean, I can barely see it, but like, it doesn't look immediately bad.
Okay, got it. Now I'm questioning my own eyes.
It just looks like your usual, like, typical anime gooner shit, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
because
which isn't
some people
good.
are saying this is not Chris.
Why is he?
Stop gooning!
Why is he working at it? That's not Chris.
Is that really it?
Is it?
Having a photo like that in your house is still effing weird.
Okay, pause. Why does this YouTube narrator guy
I just wish I was able to see the photo.
Another member
like,
of Ava's
I don't know.
Discord server came forward
I guess
with
maybe I shouldn't say that if it's like a weird thing, but like, I have to see the photo and like really make a decision.
new allegations
It's, like,
against
actually
her
weird.
and Mr. Beast.
Kris Tyson from Mr. Beast used me, manipulated me, and did very inappropriate things with me while I was about 15 years old.
Okay, now we can stop thinking about a picture. This matters a little bit more, right?
Yes, absolutely, this matters
More evidence coming out. Ava's reputation was slowly disintegrating one leaked chat at a time. The
Yeah,
release
here's
of
about the
these
photo.
chat logs were controversial, as Nathan's character came into question with people alleging that many of his claims were false. Regardless, the chat logs were real, as were the many inappropriate things Ava shared with minors on there.
Oh my
We straight up had the Epstein files before the Epstein files.
But when it comes to Sunny V2, many people agree that he was right about Mr. Beast.
While in retrospect, Sunny was right, let's not go ahead and pretend he had the Goyball Palantir and he was this all-seeing deity that could knew
Well,
what-
he actually did. I mean, because all you have to do is do a temperature check on what people globally think about trans people. It's not good, by the way. It's bad. And so, big surprise, a lot of people didn't look at it and see it the same way. Yeah, it's that simple.
Yeah, people have a negative reaction to people with mental illnesses. That's the way it goes. It's true for pretty much all mental illnesses.
was going on.
The Kris Tyson situation could become a complete disaster for Mr. Beast's brand. Kris began to display increasingly feminine traits, making tweets such as, "I finally got my nails done at a nail tech." His Twitter photos kept insinuating that Kris was becoming more feminine, with this same kind of look showing up in his Mr. Beast appearances.
Of course, this next part's funny, so brace yourselves.
While others even made the claim that Carl had turned him gay.
It was all Carl's fault. He turned him gay. You know what? Maybe...
How could you, Carl?
He did have the goy ball after all.
It's not, you don't need to be a wizard to understand that the only reason why you have such acceptance for trans stuff in like media now is because it's forced on people. I remember seeing a like a study or like a survey where like 78% of people or something like that said that the viewpoints that they expressed about gender identity did not reflect what they actually felt about gender identity. This is a massive manufacture.
I'd be interested to see that study. If anybody knows where that study is, leave a link or something in the comments so that I can take a look at it. That's interesting.
Consensus. Most people don't agree with this. Most people don't think this is the same thing. So you didn't, but like the problem is that this is forbidden information. You're not allowed to say this or notice this or acknowledge this. But it doesn't change the fact that like if you do this, you're going to have this outcome.
Fans also noticed that he'd removed his wedding ring, with the ring's absence correlating perfectly with the very...
Sorry, I got a little distracted there. I was looking at something on my computer. The idea that it's like a manufactured consensus reminds me of an experiment that was done. It's the Ash, A-S-C-H, the Ash line experiment, where basically they had a group of people, and they showed the group of people a series of lines, right? Like, and one line was shorter than the others, and they would ask the people which line is the shortest. And only one person from the group of people was actually the person being tested. The rest were all pretending. and the rest would give the wrong answer on purpose. So you could see right in front of your face, line B is the shortest, but everyone says line C, and then they get to asking the actual person that they're testing this against what line is shortest, and quite frequently people would just say C. They would just go along with whatever the group had said, even though they can see right in front of their face. They have all the evidence that that's incorrect, but so that's kind of what I see going on here. That's what I think. The same thing with like the what is a woman question. It is a test to see if you are willing to actually say the truth that you see right in front of your face, or are you just going to go along with the crowd because it's safer that way.
Very first post in which he'd painted his nail.
His wife is based. She's like, I wanted a husband. I'm out. Or,
Yeah.
was based
Right.
because they're divorced.
Chris went from lighting campfires and raising a family with his beautiful wife to now trying to be a wife with his man buns and long nails.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice this, but look at the body language. It's brutal. And I'm not
That stupid line body language stuff is so dumb. Sorry.
I'm making this video out of hatred. I have no ill will towards Kris Tyson or anything of that sort. In fact,
I mean, like, if you're talking to minors on the internet from a position that your friend gave you, I think that that's something that I'd be negative about.
Yeah, I've got ill
I
will
think
towards
that's
that.
pretty bad, especially if you're trying to dress up your toddlers in women's clothing after you're now identifying as a woman. Like, I think that's really bad. Like,
Agreed.
that's like super bad. That's like CPS bad. Like, obviously these are allegations, so like I don't want to go ham on them, but I mean that's real. Like I mean, like, what the fuck, right?
I more so feel pity, mostly for Kris Tyson's son, though.
Yeah,
There
that's
goes a
right.
father figure the kid won't ever be able to look up to. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Weak man times.
Joe Rogan, quote, got 82,000 likes.
Yep.
The reason why the Joe Rogan ass tweet got 82,000 likes is because it's true.
It is.
That's the reason why. Is that a lot of cliches or like stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason.
Yep.
Cliches are cliches for a reason.
I know I'm going to be a great parent, and so is every other person who puts the love of their child before everything. I made this decision because I wanted to show up as my best and happiest self for him. In a way, this was for Tucker.
Bullshit. Sorry, that is absolute bullshit. This was not for Tucker. This was you. You're selfish and mentally broken self. It is not for your kid. If it was for your kid, you wouldn't be you wouldn't be dressing your kid in women's shoes, and you wouldn't be posting pictures of your kid around on the internet, honestly.
That'd be a lot easier to believe if we didn't already know
I became transsexual for my son. Okay.
Chris was a addicted freak.
It's never too late to start being yourself, which received praise from Mr. Beast.
I didn't know even YouTube chimed into this.
Chris likely believes
Well, this is a whole thing where like everybody was part of this social contagion, where like nobody could have an opinion, and every big brand was like forcing this ideology. This is like what I was saying before about how woke ideology would not be possible without capitalism. Like if you look at, for example, Russia, China, Saudi Arabia, all of the countries that really aren't very capitalist, none of them are woke. They're not even remotely close to being woke. Capitalism enables wokeness. If you didn't have capitalism, none of this garbage would be happening. It would have never even been allowed to happen.
people will slowly adapt to his new appearance over time. But is this really going to happen?
No.
Everyone has changed their perception about Jimmy.
And it's just my clickbait video calling him broke.
I'm always a defender of Jimmy. I think that Mr. Beast is great. I think that he gets...
I'm not always a defender of Jimmy. I won't go that far. I think he has done some things that are great, but yeah.
so much unnecessary hate. I do. I think it's completely unfair.
Sunny V2 was in fact right about Mr. Beast.
That was like bone chilling
It's not
cold,
just because
dude.
he
This
sent
was
me
the
the
solution
camping.
Sunny provided Jimmy
But
for
it
the
helped.
Ava issue.
The only clean solution should things go south might be for Chris to resign himself, and even then rumors and bad press will be unavoidable.
Which is quite scary in how close to reality Sunny's prediction hit.
Even though Sunny never dove into the weird stuff, it's no denying that his video did sort of age like fine wine.
Yeah, it did.
So Mr. Beast's friend.
Oh God, seriously? We got Andrew Tate in here.
Yeah.
He's been caught talking to kids, trying to children. Surprise, surprise. Didn't see that one coming.
He didn't see this one coming.
Sorry. Tate brothers arrested in U.S. as further UK charges take total to 59. Ooh.
Oh, man.
You know, I don't have a whole lot of respect for online prostitutes, but I don't have respect for online pimps either. Andrew Tate, no, not even once.
Let me guess. The next frame is going to be a Spider-Man meme?
Either. Looking at the Kris Tyson
Actually
channel,
not.
it's a sad sight. The dislikes are insane, and all the comments are very sad. Wake up, bro. Wake the f up. I was cool at some point, Chris. Damn, bro, you really did f up. All we can do.
Damn, bro, you really did fuck up. Dude, that cuts so... That's bad. Damn, bro, you really fucked up.
Do is pray for him.
Speed, I'm watching the stream while you try not to laugh.
It's honestly not very funny. It's actually pretty sad. He's essentially a cautionary tale in what happens.
I don't feel bad for Chris because you put other people in a negative situation for your own levels of sexual deviance. And like, I have compassion for people that are trans, but when you involve other people, especially when they're underage, in your validation, that compassion evaporates. Like, this is like a fucking desert of compassion at this point. Like, there's no compassion.
That's fair.
I don't feel bad for you at all.
I kind of do. I kind of do feel bad for him. Maybe that's a weakness. I'm not sure. But like I have sexual desires for my wife. If I don't have the sexual desires that this man exhibits towards children or like this transgender thing. I don't have those desires at all. And I'm glad. I never made the conscious choice to have sexual desires for my wife, and he probably didn't make a conscious choice to have sexual desire for children. And so for that reason, it's like, if somebody were to come and tell me, no, you can't have that desire for your wife, it's not something that I can just easily be like, oh, okay, let me just change that. Like, it's something that, so I feel bad for him that he has to deal with that he has those feelings that is, it's messed up. They're bad feelings, but doesn't mean, just because even if you know that it's bad, doesn't mean you can necessarily control it or stop it or remove them. But so I have some sympathy for him in that, but I don't really have. But that's as far as it goes. Once you actually start acting on those desires and causing damage to other people because of it, causing damage to children, oof, that's you need to be put away for a long time.
Should not have that happen. No compassion, bro. I think people people have mental problems. They do. They have mental problems, and they see themselves in a way that they don't identify in their mind. And I bet that dissonance is uncomfortable. And I think that it's okay to acknowledge that. It's okay to give that some legitimacy and to acknowledge that these people are suffering. There's people that suffer from all kinds of things. It doesn't mean that you have to go along with every pronoun and you have to believe that they're a real woman.
That's
and
right.
You have to do everything else. But you can acknowledge on a personal human level that, like, oh man, I bet if I felt that way, that would be awful.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's normal. I'm not saying you have to go along with any of this shit. But you can have a level of human compassion for somebody going through some bullshit, but the compassion goes away, just like what I said with Lindsay Clancy. That shit goes away when you kill your kids. It goes away. I don't care about the way you feel anymore. Mental health only matters until you hurt somebody else, and now you're a problem.
You goon too close to the sun. I also stole the thumbnail idea from this dude, but hey, that's how mafia works.
You ripped apart your family and took a father figure away from your son just so you could paint your nails and act zesty. Pathetic. He will get torn apart at school, won't want to have friends around his house. A life full of difference and being alone.
Oh no.
Yes. But that's true, by the way.
That is
Like, kids, like,
that is absolutely true. Yeah.
Like, kids don't have to... Like, kids, bro...
Latest short on that Kris Tyson channel is playing a Roblox. If you're playing Roblox above the age of 18...
So you telling me, wait a minute, hold up. Let me listen to this again.
Wait a minute.
His house. A life full of difference and being alone.
Oh no, the latest short on that Kris Tyson channel is playing a Roblox. If you're playing
Roblox, so... Is this a metaphor of fishing where the fish are?
Blocks above the age of 18, newsflash.
So during all that, even when I was like rotting in bed for like the first 6 months of my transition, the literal only time I'd leave my house was to go film, and I'd immediately go right back.
So Tucker, 10 years down the road, when you're 9.5 years old and watching this, what do you want him to know?
I was cool at some point.
It's like that meme, what did it cost? Everything. All of Chris's friends are gone.
He was cool at one point. But he ruined it. He threw that all away.
Career is absolutely obliterated. Reputation is in the absolute toilet, and the family...
I think that really, like, even if you ruined your entire professional career to be trans, I think that's actually kind of based. Because you get to live the life that you think that you deserve. You get to be who you think you are.
No, it's not based to, because it's not just him. It's not based to be selfish and to be tearing apart your family, removing yourself from your wife, preventing your son from having an actual father. That's not based.
The only problem that I have with this is that you hurt other people and you talk to minors. Like, that's really, bro, he had a beautiful family. Exactly. Like, so let me finish what I said before you crash out. Shut the fuck up. Like, I get it. I get what I'm saying, but I'm talking about, like, as an individual.
He is gone as well. Chris's
That's kind of two big ones. You got that. Yeah.
TikTok hasn't been active since 2022. However, this apparent fan account was posted until 24. And while I can't conclusively say that is Kris Tyson, like, who would make a fan account of this? From being a star at Mr. Beast to working in the movie theater, I guess this is just the legacy of Kris Tyson.
Yeah.
Subscribe to my channel if you missed.
That person does look a lot like Kris Tyson, but I can't say for sure that it is.
It's the old Kris.
I was cool at some point.
Jesus.
But unfortunately, we ran out of time for today's video.
God damn. Like, give me a minute.
Liberals.
Oh no. Okay, all right, we're not ready for that one yet. So, how'd the guy fuck this shit up that bad? I think that people just are uncomfortable about the trans stuff. So, like, what happens is that, and I think YouTube is a great example of how this works, because YouTube is a free market. And it's a free market that's completely controlled by the population.
Except that YouTube themselves try to push and force certain creators to the top, despite the free market activity.
And it's an international population for the most part. So if you do something or act a certain way that people just don't generally approve of, it doesn't really matter what, you know, a company says. It doesn't matter what YouTube even says. You're just not gonna, you're not gonna succeed. Like, YouTube is the ultimate free market. And I think that that's one of the best things about it. Is it based to live like a kangaroo because your mental illness tells you to? If you are happier living as a kangaroo while you are not being a drain on society or hurting other people about you, other people by your behavior, yeah, I think it's based.
I don't know about based, but go for it. If you're truly not hurting anybody else, You do you, boo.
I think that self-actualization and being able to live the way that you want to live with no restrictions is the pinnacle of the human experience and existence.
The way you want to live, I don't know that I would agree with that. I think that there are, I don't know that I would agree with that is what self-actualization is. I think that there's a kind of a correct way to live, and finding that and aligning with that is what's going to be best for you. Just because it's something you want doesn't mean it's what's best for you. I want to eat a cheesecake every day doesn't mean it's going to be good for me to do so. Doing so would be terrible for me. And so, no, that's not going to be a good decision.
And whether that means being 600 pounds, having $600 million, having 600 wives, or, having 600 genders. The only problem that I have is when it hurts somebody else.
I understand what he's saying. And that's when I think that someone should step in. That's when the problem is bad enough that someone should step in. But I don't want people living terrible lives. And that's what being 600 pounds, that's what having 600 wives and 600 genders would do. Those terrible. You are harming yourself, and I'm not going to encourage people to harm themselves.
That's it. I think that is the pinnacle of human self-actualization. I know it might sound stupid or whatever, but fundamentally, you've got to keep in mind, 600 wives. Yeah, maybe that might be too much. But, in general, that's how I see things. You can do whatever you want to do. You can be whatever you want to be, but you can't involve other people in your behavior. And
see, now that's changing it. You can do whatever you want to do. Yeah, that can do whatever you want to do is different from this equals self-actualization. Being 600 pounds is not good for you. It's not going to be helpful for you. It's not going to improve your life. It is going to make your life worse in many ways. It is not something that is good or should be encouraged. If somebody does it, they can. I'm not saying that it should be illegal for them to do so, but it's not a good thing. It's not beneficial to themselves or society.
And then expect to be absolved of criticism. Not at the cost of others. Yeah, exactly, right? It's do be a furry, be BDSM, do any of that stuff, right? But don't hurt other people. That's it. And being generous. I'm finally becomes a libertarian. I've always been a libertarian. With people.
Massive day for the unemployed. Whatever happened to Chris?
Actually, I'm glad that actually replayed because I forgot to link the video. I'm gonna link you guys the video. WestJett makes good videos. I like him.
WestJett does make good videos.
I'm gonna link you guys the video. It's really, that was a good video. That was actually a very good video. It's kind of fair, right? It's definitely fair.
Yeah, Kris Tyson messed up. Kris Tyson has ruined his own life. The title of the video is pretty accurate. I'll say a prayer for this man. I hope that he can get the help that he needs to get his life back on track. I don't think anyone is ever truly beyond saving. So hopefully he gets stuff fixed up, repents of his sin, and hopefully he finds Jesus. But that's it for me. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Please, I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. I'm at 450 right now. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, follow me on X and here on YouTube. I stream on Thursday evenings. Come hang out in the stream with me and my wife, Hobbit Girl. It's a lot of fun. We're just hanging out, playing video games, chatting with chat. Anyways, love to hear from you guys. Until next time, take it easy.